sports, insight, and great storytelling. Starring Bobby Carpenter and Jeff Tito Thitoff. It's time to attack and dominate.
And attack and dominate is what we will do today. It is Wednesday. I'm Tito, Bobby Carter, my left. Bodie Wells, the pole master. That's not dancing.
Some people call him the pole assassin.
That's not, Bobby, it's one of those things where I started to say it, thought maybe I shouldn't say it. I don't want to give the wrong impression out there. Maybe it's the right impression. Hell, who knows? Good morning, all you juicers out there. 2 full hours today, as always, on the Fan app, HD3, 10 TV Plus, where you can catch us also from 10 a.m. to noon, where that will be, and also replay the show here on the Fan 2, 1460 a.m. from 1 to 3 p.m. Bobby, how the hell are you, my friend?
I'm doing well today, Thitoff. How are you doing today?
I'm doing
it's
great.
Supposed to be getting hotter, warm, going back to
the
the summer.
80s and stuff? Yeah,
going back to the mid-80s.
Yeah. Now you'll be glad the OU game's a night game, right?
Sure, yeah. I don't want to be sweating at the game. I'm a fair weather fan.
Morning Juice is sponsored by. Don't say, Bob. Now if someone goes out and runs with that now,
I don't care.
They're going to have you saying I'm a fair weather fan.
That's going to impact my life some way, Thitoff.
No, okay, it probably will.
Okay, so then don't worry about it.
I'm worried about you not being worried about it. Morning Juice is sponsored by Riverside Bank in Dublin and Event Risk Elite Protection. Big show lined up for you today. Austin Ward joins us at 7:20. We'll hear from Ryan Day, things he said yesterday. So lots of that going on today. We will also tell you the Reds beat the Padres 4-2 yesterday. They'll play tonight in San Diego at 8:40. Guards over the Royals 2-0. Guards host the Royals at 6:40. As I typed that, I want to make sure that, that is the case. And then right now, the Guardians are only 2.5 games out of the wild card spot, the final wild card spot in the American League, but 18 games left for them. The Reds have got, I believe, 17 games left, and they are 3 games out of the wild card spot. So coming down the stretch in both of those. Bob, if you're ready, I know it's weird to it quickly today, but if you're ready, make us smarter.
Time to get smarter. Morning Juice presents Today in History. Here's your professor, Bobby Carpenter.
I didn't pay attention back when I was in school, but I pay attention every day at this time, Bob, because this is where I learn my stuff. Take it away, General.
Oh, boy. It is Wednesday, September 10th, the 253rd day of the year, 112 days remaining in this 2025. Oh, goodness. This date, 1846, Elias Howe is granted the patent for the sewing machine. This date, 1950, Joe DiMaggio becomes the first player to hit 3 home runs in a single game.
The first what?
First player to hit 3 home runs in a single game.
That can't be right. Babe did it.
Just what it said. It's just what it said.
I got you.
That's what the internet said.
That's okay.
So it's got to be right.
Okay.
This date, 1960. If you're going to look this up and contradict me, congratulations to you. This date, 1960, Abib Bikila becomes the first sub-Saharan African to win a gold medal in the Summer Olympics. Did so in Rome in the marathon, running it in bare feet. How about that?
Gosh, I can't imagine.
Same day, 1960, Mickey Mantle hits a home run 643 feet over right field over in Detroit. Look that up, too. And see if that can be validated.
I want to make sure I wasn't wrong on that. DiMaggio's first one at 3 at Griffith Stadium.
Okay,
that's what
there
it was.
you go.
Yeah, I just wanted. I think Babe hit 3 with the. I remember hitting 3 like in his last season. That's what I just wanted to make sure I wasn't wrong.
That sounds good. And then this date, 1966, Revolver by the Beatles hits number 1.
Let me tell you how it will be. There's one for you, 19 for me.
Not
top 10,
5.
No, not top
not
5.
Top 10.
Not top 20.
Neither.
Yes, I'm with you on that, Bob.
Any thoughts on that, Bodie?
Agreed.
Thank you, Bodie. Good contribution as always. Agreed. Yep.
Pretty interesting stuff there. Not a great one.
No.
This date, 1972, the Doors play their final concert in Los Angeles in the Holly Bowl.
Of everything that stands the end, no safety or surprise the end. I'll never look into your eyes. again.
I had a Doors phase in like 7th, 8th grade. I really was into their music.
Really?
Yeah, look, they did some cool stuff. It's just Jim Morrison was whacked out at the end. The fact he did a concert one time with his back to the crowd the whole time is kind of weird.
Did he really?
Yeah, but I
kind of respect that.
He just had his back though to the audience the entire time he did the show.
Well, listen, man, he was trying to break on through.
Yes, he was.
Just trying to find the other side over there, Bodie. That's all he was doing, was looking for that. This date, 1988. Sweet Child of Mine by Guns N' Roses hits number 1.
And if I stay too long, I'd probably break down and cry. Whoa, sweet child of mine.
That's a pretty good one right
Oh,
there.
that's a good. That's one of those things I can remember when I heard that song the first time. How cool it was that summer. I was, 17, I guess at the time.
Summer of '69.
And so it was just it's one of those things like the last, like, innocent-ish summer, and like I remember the music from that summer that year, and before I get into my senior year in high school and everything. But that was a banger.
Oh, one of the best.
Yep.
One of the best that you're going to find out there. And then another one coming out 3 years later, a change in the style of music we started listening to. The intro of grunge with Smells Like Teen Spirit being released.
She's overboard, self-assured, no, the dirty word.
There we go.
You a grunge guy ever, Bob?
Yeah, I like that. I was right. Kind of my early, like late elementary, early middle school days, from like the early 90s to, I guess, mid to late 90s, wearing corduroys and flannels and all that stuff. And
Did you wear corduroys and flannels?
yeah, why not? I mean, that's what people were wearing.
Okay, I don't remember that, Bob. I was older than that, so I don't remember that. But
That's what I did. Kurt Cobain, Eddie Vedder, they were like the coolest dudes around.
Yes, with the Queen. Corduroys are uncomfortable.
I mean, they're just pants.
I know, but they're
Are they less comfortable than jeans?
I think so. There's your poll question.
Too late.
Oh,
Too late?
come on, man.
Already put one out.
Okay.
Save that for tomorrow.
You put it on our show page.
Oh,
Our
that's
show,
true.
Show
That's
account,
true.
yes.
Yeah, yeah.
What's more
We can
comfortable?
put anything on there.
There you go. Put that on there. What's more comfortable, corduroy or jeans?
Absolutely. This date, 1997, Mark McGwire hits 50 home runs for the second consecutive year. Some birthdays today. We've got the king, Arnold Palmer, born on this date, 1929.
The famed Augusta National Course, with its majestic beauty, draws the vast gallery familiar to the Masters. The defending champion, Jack Nicklaus, turns in a sizzling final 18. He was 9 strokes behind the leader after 54 holes. His 5 under par 67 gives him a 282 and a tie for second place. And here's the golfer who is the master today, Arnold Palmer. But oh, that man Palmer. Here's his wind-up putt. He gets a 70, which added to 269s and a 68 gives him a 276, 12 under par, and the Masters by 6 shots. The man he dethroned, Jack Nicklaus, helps him don the traditional green jacket that goes with the Masters. Palmer gets $20,000 and brings his earnings as a pro past the $500,000 mark. Another first by Arnie the Magnificent.
The king passed away almost 10 years ago in 2016. 7-time major winner. Thitoff, did he win the career Grand Slam?
I don't think he did.
What one did he not get?
I'm going to guess the British Open, the Open Championship.
He did win the British. He never won the PGA.
Between those two.
There you go. Well, you got close, Thitoff.
It's only off by 1.
I mean, you're not a golf guy, so it's okay. This date, going on this date, 1931, Philip Baker Hall passed away a couple years ago. It was in Zodiac, Bruce Almighty. Born in Toledo, actually was a Toledo Rocket.
Let me give you a hint, Junior.
Yes.
Maybe we can live without libraries, people like you and me. Maybe. Sure, we're too old to change the world. But what about that kid sitting down, opening a book right now in a branch of the local library and finding drawings of peepees and wee-wees and the cat in the hat and the 5 Chinese brothers? Doesn't he deserve better? Look, if you think this is about overdue fines and missing books, you better think again. This is about that kid's right to read a book without getting his mind warped. Or maybe that turns you on, Seinfeld. Maybe that's how you get your kicks. You and your good time buddies. Well, I got a flash for you, Joy Boy. Party time is over. You got 7 days, Seinfeld. That is 1 week.
That was so well written.
It was. They did a great job with that. Very, very.
I saw him on a Cheers episode.
Yeah,
after
he
that.
was a guest. He was a
He was
guest
like
star
a
in
mayor,
Cheers.
running for mayor. It was a mayor or something, whatever it
A
was.
lot of guest spots in there. Had some other movies that he was in. Did a lot of different stuff. Born 3 years later, passing away in 1985. Number 61 himself in 61, Roger Maris.
Here comes Roger Maris. Just standing up, waiting to see if Maris is going to hit number 61. Here's the windup. Fastball hit deep to right. It could be it. Way back there. Holy cow! What a shot. Another standing ovation for Roger Maris. 61 home runs, and they're still fighting for that ball out there. People are climbing over each other's backs.
There we go. Roger Maris breaking the record. Not a popular guy when he did that, by the way.
That's I don't know. He got a raw deal on that because he got treated like garbage by a lot of like old time baseball fans. They didn't want to see him break the Babe's record.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that was a big deal. Very, very big deal at that point in time. Did not realize that. So, also born on this date, 1949, turning 76 today, the newsman Bill O'Reilly. I should have had you pull We'll Do It Live, which is one of the great.
Oh, that is a good one.
Bill O'Reilly. He's been all over the place, worked at a bunch of different. He did a bunch of different
news stations. Yeah,
news stations, national, and everything else. I think now he's at Newsmax. But what does it mean? Play it out.
Right.
Just play it out. We'll do it live.
I thought the
couple F-bombs in there too.
The Berman one popped on my feed yesterday too, where like Berman goes off when people are walking around while he's trying to record something, and he can see in the background he gets so pissed off.
Oh
about
yeah,
it.
oh yeah. These guys are professionals. Sometimes it's amateur hour. Working with amateurs. Bunch of freaking amateurs out here.
That's right.
Turning 75, one of the founding members of Aerosmith, their lead guitarist Joe Perry, turning 75 today.
Jeannie got a gun. Jeannie got a gun. Whole world's come undone. Looking straight at the sun.
There we go. Janie's got a gun.
They had a great second act.
Where does that go in your?
I wasn't a huge fan of that one, but I'm saying like they were huge in the 70s. Then they broke up because of drugs, and then they came back in the.
Steven Tyler did drugs?
I know, hard to believe, right? That's breaking news. I should have that sound over here. And then they came back and had that other run like in the late 80s, mid to late 80s, that and like Love in an Elevator and Crying and those kind of songs, and Angel. But they were one of the bands who had that huge second act.
Absolutely. Randy Johnson, the big unit.
It's a great nickname.
10-time All-Star. 5 Cy Young Awards. Triple Crown in 2002. No-hitter in 1990. Perfect game in 2004. I mean, where do you put him in the greatest pitchers of all time?
Well, he's certainly, I mean, as far as left-handers go, he's one of the top 3, I would think. But he's a top 10 pitcher all time for me.
I mean, does anybody else have a catalog that's surpassing that, you think?
Probably
World
not.
Series MVP?
No, probably not. That's one of the, I mean, I don't think Clemens ever won World Series MVP. His wouldn't count anyway. But
his counts twice.
His counts twice, once in the butt. And I don't. I don't.
Dab it is what it is.
Okay, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, Randy Johnson. Look, we were very lucky if you're a baseball fan to have the Maddox.
And by the
Randy
way,
Johnson
did anyone else ever explode a pigeon?
No, I don't think so. I think Dave Winfield came the closest when I think he killed a seagull with a throw.
but there was still remnants of them.
I think,
Randy Johnson, the pigeon, literally
that is
disappeared.
such an amazing video when you watch that happen. Just like, it's just, poof, David
gone.
Copperfield, right?
Yeah, I mean, go ahead.
A perfect game with 1 out to go. He got it. Look at his teammates. Look at Randy Johnson. A perfect game. 13 strikeouts. He faced 27 men. He got them all out. And he gets mobbed by his teammates out by the mound.
Keith in the chat says that's how I want to go.
Oh, with the getting blown away, just poof, David Copperfield. Yeah, Bob. Randy Johnson had such a problem with his control early on. People didn't think he'd be that good, but like he walked way too many batters, hit way too many batters early on when he was with Montreal back then. Before getting over to Seattle, where he had his his resurgence, I guess, or his start of his great career.
It's pretty amazing. Yeah, exploding pigeons one day at a time.
That
would be the way you'd want to go. It'd be pretty sweet. At least that's how I'd like to go. If Randy Johnson could just throw a baseball at me and I would explode.
Like if he was like the Grim Reaper, if that's what he would do, he'd go around and decide if you're going to die or not, and if you're going to die, he'd just bean you.
Pick you off, bam, explosion.
What happened to Carp? Oh, Randy Johnson got him.
Got hit by Randy Johnson.
Yep.
It's all right. I mean, listen, I think it's a fairly honorable way to go.
That's fair.
I feel good about that. Also born on this date, turning 57 years old, the director of Snatch, Guy Ritchie.
Cup of tea for the big fella. Come on. Don't be silly, Mickey. Offer the man a proper drink, right? You little fucker. Is the big fella not coming with us?
No, he's minding the car.
What do you think we are? Thieves?
I know, nothing like that, Miss O'Neill. He just likes looking after cars.
Get dags. Do you like dags?
Dags.
What? Yeah, dags. Dags. Do you like dags?
Oh, dogs. Sure. I like dags. I like caravans more.
You're very welcome.
Guy Ritchie, that's the Madonna dude.
He's married to Madonna. He's actually directed a number of movies.
Is Snatch any good?
Did you like the clip?
I got a weird vibe from it.
It's
I'll be
weird.
honest.
It's a little different. It's definitely a little bit different, to say the least.
I like Brad Pitt though, so I mean, I'd check it out.
Glance at it?
Yeah.
All right. I like that. He's good. He's pretty good in it. Let's see what we got out here. Ryan Felipe turning 57 today, one of the stars of Cruel Intentions, and was married to Reese Witherspoon for a number of years, and then turning 47 today. No. 74, 47.
It's like you're
49
a play call
rather.
over there.
I'm sold on
On
a
two?
second. 51. I couldn't read my writing. I was like, that looked like a 1. Is that a 7? What am I talking? During 51, I was like, that math didn't make sense. 51 for Ryan Felipe. And Joey Votto, the 17-year vet with the Reds, 6-time All-Star, 2010 MVP, turning 42 today.
Votto hammers it. Center field. Brandon Nimmo back. 7th heaven. It's 7 consecutive games with a Joey Votto record. He breaks his own franchise record. 9 home runs in 7 games. 9 of his last 10 hits have left the ballpark.
He was so damn good.
Very good. He was very, very good, to say the least, with what he was able to do. Some holidays and observances today. Oh, crap. I lost it for a second. Sorry about that. Here we go. Here we go, Jim. This state, we've got, International Creepy Boston Dynamics Robotics Day.
Ooh.
We celebrate that every year in the Thitoff household.
Well, they do, because that's kind of that's the inception of when the robots are going to start taking over. Saw something about that last night, about how this guy predicted it's one of the smartest men ever to live, 190 IQ.
Yeah.
Started predicting in the 50s the downfall of society, leaning on the computers that will eventually be able to learn upon them. Pretty good. He was a couple years, he was about a decade too early for it, but, I mean, still was able to get it done. National Hot Dog Day. It's also July 17th, which is the third Wednesday in
We
July.
have 2 National Hot Dog Days?
Well,
Why
the
not?
food's so nice, they named it twice.
Yeah.
Or at least had twice a day. It is So Be It Day, and that is sew with the patenting of the sewing machine. TV Dinner Day as well. And those historical events, your birthdays, your passings, your holidays, observances for this date, Wednesday, September 10th, the 253rd day of the year, and 112 days remaining in this 2025.
Well done as always, General. By the way, the Juicers are a close-knit group for us, and I found out yesterday, I got a tweet from a juicer that said that Little Italy, who we know very well, AJ Hawk gave him the marital advice the one time on our show.
Just got married.
Yep. It says that his internet got hacked. His Wi-Fi and internet got hacked, and he's been unable to live stream.
I don't know how your internet gets
I'm not sure. I don't know.
I've never heard of that either.
Okay, something got hacked.
Maybe it was the robots.
It could be that too. So he hasn't been able to live stream or comment in the chat, but he's still listening via the podcast. He loves juice once 3 hours, and he's banging 7 grams of crack. That's what it said in the message I got.
That's good.
That's Little Italy. We miss you on the chat. Hopefully that gets rectified soon for you, and we get you back in here on a daily basis.
We learned a lot about Charlie Sheen.
Yes, we did.
Mike Irvin.
Oh, good Lord.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
I got to believe Sheen's the all-time partier, right? I know he claims to be, but...
Don't you challenge the playmaker with a good time.
Do you think he partied harder than Michael Irvin? Maybe
I don't
not
know.
short bursts. I'm talking the
his
length.
Recent, well, he's a little older than Mike. He's about 5 years on him or so.
You're right. The recent news, that's a game changer right there as far as when you think about it. That might be the thing.
I mean, I don't know if you could challenge Mike with a good time, what he's willing to say yes or no to. I'll say this. I don't know anybody else that's bringing more juice on the sideline of a college football game than Mike Irvin.
I get the feeling, though, that, not to get all meatloafy on you, but that I think that there are certain things, like I think Michael Irvin would do anything for love, but he wouldn't do that. And I don't think Charlie Sheen, that applies to him.
That is true. I mean, Charlie said he wants to, experiment with everything.
Yeah, everything.
You only live once.
That's true. And why would you want to shut yourself off to half the pleasures of the world?
That's absolutely right, Bob. That's fair indeed.
There's an old saying, Thitoff, don't knock it till you try it.
No. You know what? I will knock it until I try it. Personally, for me. No, do what you want to do. I'm not judging. I'm just saying I will not, in that scenario, do the don't knock it till you try it. Because I won't try it. I would do anything for love, Bob, but I won't do that. I would do almost anything for love. Coming up next, does it pay off to be a jerk? And does it pay off to be treated like a jerk? We'll do that next.
Or is a jerk to be a payoff?
Don't. We'll do that next. Morning Juice.
When it comes to protecting your business, whether it's your staff, property, or assets, don't make a crucial mistake by contracting companies that provide subpar and unprofessional service. What you need is a security partner known for their unwavering professionalism and unnatural liability. You need Event Risk. Event Risk is a U.S.-based, veteran-owned company that not only specializes in on-site guarding, but also offers armed security associates and executive protection agents. Event Risk, elite protection for your peace of mind.
Hello, my name is Eric Rose, CEO and founder of Event Risk Security Services. We are a U.S.-based, veteran-owned company providing protection services and consulting to Fortune 500 corporations, movie studios, celebrities, and high-net-worth individuals. If you're tired of fluff margins with low compensation for poor quality security officers and an endless revolving door of vendor staffing, then give us a try. For virtually the same cost, we can then address what keeps you up at night.
Visit eventriskinc.com.
Okay, let's go. Top row.
EYECARE?
Good. Next row.
AM America? iCareAmerica.org?
Yes. Eye Care America helps seniors who haven't had a medical eye exam in 3 or more years. They also help those with an increased risk for glaucoma, and the appointment is often free or at no out-of-pocket cost. It's easy to see if you qualify. Go to EYECareAmerica.org.
Diane from Michigan, a disabled senior citizen trying to get by. Henry from Florida, a veteran fighting to make ends meet. Elena from Arizona, a mother struggling to feed her daughter. Hi, I'm Connie Britton, and I support Feeding America because they help provide over 6 billion meals to people in need each year, like Diane, Henry, and Elena. Learn more at feedingamerica.org. Feeding America, 200 food banks strong.
When it comes to prostate cancer, go to pcf.org for the help you need to navigate this disease and make the right decisions for yourself. Go to pcf.org today.
As we wonder why our kids are struggling, someone is getting bullied. As we discuss how to improve their mental health, someone is being harassed on social media. As we wonder why they're skipping school, someone is crying themselves to sleep. Knowing the signs is the best way to prevent bullying.
Please just leave me alone.
Learn the signs at sandyhookpromise.org.
Day 1, the hardest day. The day you hear,
"This is a type of blood cancer."
At the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society, we are here to help you move past day 1. To learn more and get help on any day, visit LLS.org or call 1-800-955-4572.
Bobby Carpenter, husband, father, Buckeye. Jeff Thitoff, husband, father, idiot. This is Morning Juice.
Mike's off there, Boats.
Today's fan poll. Not until when the fan tag off.
I appreciate you making sure the mics are off.
Do you think the Guardians going to win their 6th game in a row? Yes or no?
Is that the poll question?
Oh, yeah.
Do you care if the Guardians win their 6th game in a row? Change it. That's a better question.
Yeah. Not my tempo, Bob.
Okay. I take it, since you both are on Earth, that you saw what happened over the weekend at that Phillies game with that Phillies fan, Karen, right? You see that, Bob? You haven't seen that?
Maybe.
Okay.
Well, describe to me what
I will
happened.
tell you what happened.
Pretend like
Okay.
I'm a 5. Explain to me I'm a 5-year-old.
That's what I do. Okay. So, home run hit in the game, and people are scrambling for the ball. Okay.
Yeah.
And a dad comes down probably 10, 12 seats from where he's sitting and ends up getting the ball, goes back, puts it in his son's glove. Like, hey, got the home run ball. How cool is this?
Yeah.
A woman comes running down from the section where the ball was hit, kind of thing. But there's empty seats, so it's not like it didn't have her name on it. She comes down and starts berating the dad, saying, "That's her ball. That's my ball. You took it from me. That's my ball."
The ball was just on the ground, though.
Yeah, on the ground. That's the allegation. That's what's She thinks the guy took it from her, but the most.
How about the other witnesses? There may have been a couple people around.
People around. Okay,
I mean, this is usually pretty easy to solve because it's not like this didn't happen in an alley. There's probably like at least 5 to maybe 500 people that probably watched it, and they may have had it on the Jumbotron at the time.
But that's not what you couldn't get an angle on the Jumbotron from where it was at. But the bigger thing, though, Bobby, is that this woman who's probably, I don't know, find out how old she is, Bodie, do we know that yet or not?
I haven't seen that. I would guess mid-40s, mid-50s.
Goes down there and demands the ball from the kid's glove. Like, the kid's got it, the dad hugs him, it's like a big moment, and this woman all of a sudden comes out from the side and starts berating him.
Gosh.
And the dad ends up giving her the ball.
Oh, you got to be kidding me.
No, the dad gave it to her.
You know what I'm most disappointed in this scenario?
I'm with you on this, Bob. If you've seen the dad's reaction too, I was disappointed in his reaction too. He looked like...
Dude, you let some Karen bully you down?
I know. So...
I was said, ma'am, go sit down.
She goes back and sits down. She tries, and the crowd starts booing.
Good.
Which is great.
I love that. They should have shamed her all the way. They should have got... Hold on. Let me see if I still have it on my phone. I do, I think. This is what should have been for her. Getting these random texts.
My bad.
No, it's fine.
I mean, I texted you randomly several times. You got it?
Oh.
The bigger thing, though, Bob, is that...
Go ahead, keep talking.
Okay, the bigger thing I say is... the
ring doesn't work anymore.
Shame.
Shane?
Shame.
Shame.
Oh, shame.
Shame.
We were talking about
For some reason, the bell doesn't ring. I downloaded this app with the Game of Thrones.
So she ends up turning around at one point and flipping off the crowd for booing her.
Gosh, dog it.
And so...
Shame. Shame. Shame.
They just shamed her the whole way out of the stadium.
It was the Phillies, Harrison Bader's hit the home run. The game was in Miami, but nonetheless, the Marlins caught wind of it, and they gave the boy it's a prize pack, ended up going down and meeting Bader after the game, got a signed bat from him, all this stuff, which is really cool. He's down in the Phillies clubhouse after the game. So, yes, the kid didn't get the ball, but he did benefit as far as like got other stuff.
Tell me they banned that lady from all sporting events.
I don't think it's banned her yet. It goes viral, Bob, and like so it's obviously.
Gosh, I can't wait to see her school pickup line today.
Exactly, yeah. That could be worse than the banning from attending Major League Baseball games, to be honest with you.
That's true.
Yeah.
Once something like that. Whoa.
Shame her the whole way down. You need to watch Game of Thrones.
That
That's
app could use some work, I think, Bob.
Well, it's only about 10 years old, and I mean, I downloaded. They built it for that purpose.
But nevertheless, that's when things like that go viral.
Who is this lady to come up there and
Bob?
act
There are
like
so many
she's in
great
charge?
memes now that came out after this. I saw one yesterday, I think it was, where the kid from Willy Wonka, the blonde-haired doofus who gets the golden ticket in the original Willy Wonka one.
Sure.
Okay, there's a meme of him sitting there looking at the golden ticket and her coming up behind, like she's there holding her hand out saying, "That's my ticket." Things like that, where all these different things came out. Nonetheless, so the kid got to meet the player at the home run and got an autographed bat.
So did the lady, hold on, was this ball for her or did she have a kid?
No, it was for her.
Oh, my gosh. That is amazing.
Here's the other thing, though, Bob. Okay, so the kid got treated poorly, but he ends up getting a better prize.
The team did right.
Did right by him, right?
I wish they would kick that lady out.
That woman
and
was
then
offered.
make her walk naked out of there and throw cabbages at her and stuff like that.
I don't think
that's what we need. More public ridicule.
I don't think her
so that
nudity
people
would be good
they can
for
shame. That's fine. I'm not saying I'm not looking at it as a positive for the world. Believe me, I'm willing to bite the bullet and have to have a vision in my head that I can't ever erase, to be able to shame someone in such a punitive way that it will be preventative for other people to do that in the future.
I'm with you on that, Bob, as far as it should never happen. That should never happen.
So the reason how you prevent it, punitive damages, shame walk out of there, strip you naked, we're going to throw hot dogs and ketchup and everything else at you.
So the kid ended up getting, like I say, he got some gifts from the Marlins. He got to meet the Phillies player. He got a signed bat and all stuff. Very cool for him. So he benefited from that woman being a jerk, I would say. Yeah. Now, company called Blowout Cards.
Does the dad, does he get shamed too?
He should. Look, I'm with you on that.
For being such a beta male that you're just going to let some over-aggressive middle-aged woman shame you down to take a ball that you got for your son that you put in his glove and then go like, listen, all's well that ends well, but I'm more concerned. You listen to Ryan Day, submission to the process. How did we get here? We did not get there in a way that it should have been handled. That's the problem.
Blowout Cards came out and said, Dad grabbed a home run ball for his son. She wanted it back. And now blowoutcards.com needs it. We'll offer $5,000 for that baseball right here. But there's a catch. We want the ball signed and described by her, and only her, whoever she is, saying, "I'm sorry."
Pete Rose.
Yes.
I'm sorry I stole this baseball from a young boy.
Said if you sign it, I'm sorry, with your autograph, then they'll give her $5,000 and they're going to give it to the boy.
I'm sorry, I'm a Karen. And then put your real name, sign your real name underneath.
Yes. Anyway.
Wait, was it the lady from the Clippers game from a couple years ago, or the Mavs game, whatever that game was? That's where the original Karen came from. The lady was screaming at the people as they were coming off the court. Don't you remember this?
I don't remember that.
Yeah.
I need Matty.
If I saw it, I might.
You might have dreamt it, Bob.
I didn't dream it. Go look it up.
What game was it? Mavericks?
I don't know. Some NBA game.
It wasn't the Cavs Warriors, was it?
It could have been.
From a decade ago, and she's like, "Hey, LeBron, how's it feel to be a
courtside Karen?"
Okay.
Arguing with LeBron James.
Okay,
yes.
there you go.
Is that what it was? Okay, I remember that. Yeah.
Courtside Karen. What a great name for her.
Somebody's like, watch your mouth, woman.
Exactly. CK over there. James Heckler, dubbed Courtside Karen, apologizes.
So
Atlanta Hawks fan. Yeah, so I think he would have been, it's 2021. So
okay. That's not what I was thinking of then.
Gosh, it was so great.
So the dad, now this one, it's gone all over the place. And she has been ridiculed on social media. I'm not sure how far it's gotten.
If you're going to act like an a-hole, you deserve to get treated like one.
The dad came out and said, his name is Drew Feltwell. Feltwell's a great name for this guy.
I'm sorry that I am such a softie and I submitted to her. I should have said, go sit down.
He said, scores of people have said they will get the ball back from the angry, unidentified woman. Now, Feltwell said, he told USA Today, please don't do anything to that lady. Leave it alone. Somebody knows her and can talk to her. That's different. But, God, I don't want people breaking in their house, stuff like that.
I'm not insinuating violence here.
Oh, I know you're not. I know.
I mean, getting hit with a cabbage while you're walking naked through the streets of Westeros, like that's
acceptable.
Yeah,
that's more.
That's a whole other deal. They used to do that back in the day. I mean, that was the walk of shame.
Yes.
They have that shame bell. They just follow you behind.
So, yeah, Bob, if you go back and watch the video, it is such a bizarre thing.
I can't do that because I'll never have respect for that man again in the rest of my life.
Bob, I want you to watch it for the reaction of the guy.
I would look at that lady and I would say, go sit down, man. Don't embarrass yourself anymore.
I want you to
All
watch.
you did was weaken a country.
Because when she comes up next to him, I really thought he had a seizure. Like his reaction.
Yeah, because he's probably never been confronted in his life. That's why I tell my wife yells at me for yelling at my kids. I go, I don't want them the first time to get yelled at to be by a coach or by an angry Karen in the stands.
Magacom or Maga.com, like I always said, popcorn. And he puts out there. I saw this story. I didn't know if it was true or not, but he said that a head of RV World is sending the young man and his family to the World Series and giving them an RV as well. This is what I'm saying. It pays off sometimes if someone's a jerk to you.
Yeah, of course.
And she could have made $5,000 for being a jerk to somebody else. Right?
She still can.
Yeah, she could. Yeah, right. She could. But yes, I know.
Pete Rose made money for betting on baseball.
You're right. He did. I think he may have lost money, honestly. I don't know if he made money betting on baseball. I think that overall, in the grand scheme of things, it may have been a net negative.
He was sorry. He got to sign.
He was. He got to
sorry
say,
on
baseball. He was sorry, yes.
But
nonetheless, I thought that was interesting, though, Bob. And yeah, because it's a thing where, and you just see that
thing
now.
Or not a thing?
It's usually, if somebody gets wronged like that, they end up.
I'm glad the team took care of her.
Yeah, the team, both teams, the Marlins and Phillies, both. The Phillies let them meet the play and all stuff. I mean, it's although tragic. Wait, I don't know if
There's scores and scores of Marlins fans out there.
Yeah, so that's the other thing. They should punish her by making her go to Marlins games.
Exactly.
For the rest of her life.
Santiago's death, while tragic, saves lives.
Yes.
But my existence, while grotesque and incomprehensible to you, saves lives.
But Bob, in the moment, if the dad, or like you said, if they would have approached you, but if the dad or you, let's say, it's not fair bringing you into this, but
go ahead.
The dad knows.
Put me in.
Okay, give her the baseball, and your son will get to meet the player.
There's a famous line from a famous movie. Have you seen My Baseball?
No. What's that from?
Like What's Eating Gilbert Grape?
Oh, my sister loves that movie.
Ask her if she's seen your baseball.
First of all, anytime you tell me to ask another person something, there's zero chance. There's a zero chance of me asking that person that question.
Right.
Anyway,
just trying to get a conversation started.
I understand that it's painful, but if you would say, "Hey, give me this ball, and you'll get a signed bat, meet the player, free RV, and get to go to the World Series," he would gladly hand the ball over to her, right?
Yeah, but he didn't know that was going to be at the end.
But I'm saying, any more now going forward though. Is that the standard?
What is his name? Oh, my gosh.
What, from Gilbert Grape?
No, that's Leonardo DiCaprio's in that.
DiCaprio's in that? Is Johnny Depp in that too?
I thought maybe it's Depp.
Depp, I think it's main character in Gilbert Grape.
What is his name? What is Will Ferrell's name when he's in the office? This is going to kill me.
D'Angelo
Vickers, yes. Give me that dog. Give me that dog.
Look, I'm juggling.
Yeah, well... That's great. I mean, that's one of the.
I stopped watching.
Where were you on 9/11?
Exactly. Sure. So amazing.
I stopped watching that when Steve Carell left the show.
I agree.
That's fair. Yeah,
it is fair. But there was a couple good. There was a couple good little iterations there.
All right. Yeah. So go check out the video. But I'm almost going to insist you watch the video because it's very brief. You can do it in the break, but it's the reaction of the dad with how scared he was.
Gosh.
When she approaches
Just
him.
Sit down, lady.
Yeah, it was bad. It was bad. Coming
I
up next,
suggest you take a seat.
We'll do quick hitters next. Morning Juice.
Bobby Carpenter here with the Riverside Bank of Dublin Sports Money Report. The thing I like about sports is that it prepares you for life, especially team sports. Surrounding yourself with the right people, letting them do their job makes you better. Riverside Bank doesn't have a ton of people, but their people have a ton of experience and know how to get the job done. They're all about quality over quantity. Here's Chuck Moore, CEO, and Travis Sanders, president of Riverside Bank of Dublin, on how they win with people.
A team's success can be directly tied to the quality of its players, coaches, and leadership. In sports and in business, talent alone doesn't win. It's why we focus on building strong relationships with our clients and why we strive to always offer the best advice, the best products, and the best customer service for our clients.
Thanks, Travis. We want them to focus on their business and their people and let us handle their banking needs.
Tune in every day for the Riverside Bank of Dublin Sports Money Report. Visit their office at 6300 France Road in Dublin or even online at riverside.bank.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
When it comes to protecting your assets, you need a security partner. Event Risk Security Services is a U.S.-based veteran-owned company providing protection services, consulting to Fortune 500 companies, movie studios, celebrities, and high-net-worth individuals. If you're tired of fluff margins with low compensation for poor quality services and an endless revolving door of vendor staffing, then give them a try. They're virtually the same cost, and they can address what keeps you up at night, Event Risk. Check them out at eventriskinc.com to learn more. Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter, and football season is here at Columbus, and Germain Toyota of Columbus has the winning plays. Drive home a brand new 2025 Tacoma SR5, just $269 a month for 36 months, 10,000 miles a year. Or power up with the Tundra, now just 1.75 APR for 72 months. Don't wait. These deals, they won't last long. Stop by Germain Toyota on the corner of I-70 and Bryce Road, or shop anytime at germaintoyota.net. Germain Toyota of Columbus. See dealer for details.
I'm Shanola Hampton. Every day, millions of people face hunger. Today, I will share with you some of their experiences. I'm stuck between paying for medications or paying for food. John from Maine. After paying my bills, I can buy groceries. It's sad to say, food comes last. Alice from Oregon. I thought pantries were for less fortunate people, but anybody could be less fortunate in a day or even a second. Claire from Virginia. The Feeding America network of food banks helps provide over 6 billion meals to people in need each year. No one should have to worry where their next meal will come from. Together, we can end hunger. Learn more at feedingamerica.org.
Attack and dominate. You're locked into Morning Juice.
Sponsored by Riverside Bank of Dublin.
Here's Bobby and Tito.
All right. Morning Juice. Bobby, Tito, Bodie. And now, if you want more Bodie, more cowbell, more Bodie, we got you lined up right now.
Morning Juice presents Quick Hitters.
Sponsored by Dr. Mark Levy. If you're snoring and not sleeping, call Dr. Mark Levy today at 1-800-MORE-SLEEP.
All right, Bodie, good morning, my friend.
Happy Wednesday, fellas. After spending the last 2.5 decades playing at Mile High Stadium, the Denver Broncos will officially be on the move, albeit not until 2031. The team announced on Tuesday that they'll be heading just down the street to Burham Yard for their new stadium. The Broncos, they're planning to build a world-class retractable roof stadium on that site with a targeted completion date of 2031. The Walton Penner family ownership group, who bought the team just ahead of the 2022 season, they will privately fund the investment, the group stated, and work with the community, city, and state to reconnect historic neighborhoods with no new taxes. The team, they have played at Empower Field at Mile High, where they're at right now, since 2001. Tito, their current stadium isn't really all that old, but good news for Broncos.
I bet it's
01, he said,
01,
right?
01,
yeah.
okay.
So, 25
by
years.
then it'll be 30.
Okay.
By 30.
I don't have a problem.
Good news for Broncos fans. Nice new stadium.
No, I don't. Stop with the damn domes.
Retractable, at least.
I don't care.
Why do you not want the domes? You going to go watch games in Denver? That off.
I'm telling you, when I'm watching from home,
I don't give a crap. You're sitting, when you watch it outside in the cold. I want you to take your TV outside in December and sit there and watch a game outside.
Bob, that's very fair. I have no problem admitting my faults.
I just said I was a fair weather fan, and you like shamed me.
I did a fair weather fan of Ohio State. Yes, is what it sounded like to me. That's the way it came
a
across.
fair weather fan of sports in
I got you.
general.
No, and you know,
I don't want to
that's
sit
fair.
out there in the elements anymore.
Hey, look, I'm not going to go to the blizzard, the Snow Bowl in 1950 with Ohio State, Michigan, where people died. I'm not saying I'm in favor of that.
People die in that?
Yeah, people died that. Yeah,
they were playing a game.
I thought they died. I thought some people in the stands. I thought somebody died. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm embellishing that as well. Don't confuse me with the facts, Bob.
I mean, the players were playing. They didn't
I understand.
die.
People may have, people died during the blizzard, not during the game. The game was
That
played
might be true.
in weather conditions where people died in Central Ohio. Let's put it that way. I think that's a more accurate way to place it. But Bob, now that you mention it, I'm doing a little deep dive. About thinking about Shiloh, who I used to play checkers with,
Shiloh.
and I'm thinking about myself here.
Maybe Jeremy's a little messed up too, Father.
Yeah, maybe I'm a little in the head. I think, Bob, the more I talk myself through this internally, that it's a jealousy thing for me. Like, if you've got the money and you've got the stadium's by your house, you got the ability to go do that, I don't want you to be that comfortable.
I don't even know what that means. So
What
if
I
you
mean-
have the ability to spend the money on the tickets,
Yes.
I don't want you to be comfortable.
Yes,
sitting
I want you. If it's snowing, I want you to be snowed on. That's what I'm saying. If it's
showered.
cold,
If it's raining, I want you to be showered on.
yes, Bob. And also,
The
selfishly
most
for
golden
me,
way imaginable.
it's better TV.
That's right for the content.
It's better
Just
TV
like
for
Charlie
me.
Sheen for the content.
When I'm not going to anyway. When I'm sitting there, Bobby, in December watching football, I want to see weather. I want to see wind. I want to see cold. I want to see shivering. I want to see the breath of the lineman. I want to see all of that, Bob. And if you
Because
play
it's
a dome,
iconic, it's historic.
yes,
Those things matter. I get it.
That's
and
why.
maybe makes for a better TV show, but does it make for a better product on the field? And it's not like, hey, all the Broncos Super Bowls that they've won in the new Mile High, all those came in the old stadium.
yes, I know, but
They won one, right? A decade ago.
Oh, that's
sorry,
right.
Peyton, yeah.
You're right, Peyton.
Yeah, Peyton.
I forgot about
Good
that.
call.
They went to 2, won 1. With Peyton, good job on that, Bodie.
I want domes if I'm going to the game and it's cold, but I don't want domes if I'm home watching the game. One of my favorite Dallas Cowboy games ever was the snow game against the Dolphins on Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
That was you couldn't have that in Jerry World.
That was Leon Lett's favorite game.
Yes,
too.
it was. Yes, it was.
Learned how block kicks work at that point.
The whole nation learned about that rule that day.
My coach told us when I was playing in Dallas, there's no such thing as a partially blocked kick.
Right.
He goes, if it crosses the line of scrimmage, that son of a gun's an actual kick, no matter what happened.
So I don't. But I'm just saying, Bob. Like Denver, Buffalo, Cleveland, Green Bay.
Buffalo is going to be outside.
I know.
Green
I'm saying,
Bay is still outside.
No, I know. I'm saying, Bob, but those are ones I think about that should always be outside no matter what. Soldier Field is they're going to go get a dome in that one, I think.
Maybe if Cleveland was a dome, though, that kick would have went in last Sunday.
Yeah.
The wind got a hold of it.
Listen, Cleveland has the opportunity to open and close a stadium without ever winning a playoff game in
That's
there.
an amazing thing. That, by the way, that should be a rule in the NFL, in sports in general. That should be a rule in sports in general.
You gotta win a game
You have to
before
win a playoff game before you can get a new stadium.
In your stadium.
Yes, you cannot break ground on a new stadium until you win one in the old stadium.
It's like building on Indian burial grounds.
I bet you the Haslam would spend like crazy in the offseason. They'd probably spend $230
They do
million.
spend crazy. What are you talking about?
Right, no.
Their lack of success.
player ever.
Yeah.
Their
Their lack of success isn't due to like a financial commitment.
Intelligently. I bet Justin Tucker would
You know what
decide.
I like about this is you heard the ownership group and you heard the Walton name in there. So they said, hey, I'll do it myself.
Yeah, right.
You know, I'll do it
Which is
myself.
cool. Look, that's another thing.
No dollars are coming from anyone else.
Yep.
When you own Walmart, that's a pretty
Just
big,
like Kroenke, we're going to go build one ourselves out there. And this is the difference between Mike Brown and people like that.
Yeah.
And that's where we're at in the NFL now. Like Mike Brown's over there. They're trying to crank another $500 million out of the city of Cincinnati for
Just
upgrades.
move the team. Move the team.
Move the team.
Well,
yes.
That's not fair to the fans.
It's not fair to the fans that have Mike Brown as an owner.
Well, then
So
sell
why-
the team.
Yeah, I think you need to replace move with sell. The good folks of Cincinnati already paid for that stadium one time.
Yeah.
Trying to get them to pay for it again.
Poor Rams fans. They saw their team move halfway across the country and then go win a Super Bowl.
Originally, they were the Cleveland Rams.
I did not know that.
Way back when, Cleveland Rams.
They moved out of there. But they did at least win a Super Bowl in St. Louis, though.
That's true. Yeah,
so they at least gave them a little bit of that. So don't be sad for what
So
you lost.
Cincinnati's got to do that. Then they could bounce.
Then they could bounce.
We'll stay with the NFL here, guys. After spitting on Dak Prescott in last Thursday's NFL season opener, Eagles defensive tackle Jalen Carter, he has been suspended for 1 game, but he will not miss any more games following the incident, given that he did not play a single snap in that game against America's team. The NFL considered him having served the suspension in that game. So he'll be back in the lineup this weekend when the Eagles go on the road for a Super Bowl rematch against the Kansas City Chiefs. Carter, he will also forfeit his Week 1 game check worth $57,000. Bobby, I feel like this is a pretty reasonable punishment here. 1 game suspension. Yeah. He didn't play.
He didn't play. You're losing the paycheck for it. That's basically what they did, was go in. They could have fined him for his paycheck, or they could have just retroactively suspended him the game that he already missed, which is fine. I think that this is appropriate. The message was sent. You got kicked out of the opening game before you even played a snap. Makes sense. Don't spit on other people. It was out there in front of God and everybody on a nationally televised game. They didn't want to see that. The NFL don't want to promote it. And
only the first game of the season that everyone would look forward to.
Yes, I think that that's an appropriate punishment.
Do you think they would have gone the targeting route for college football? Like if he had played, say, the first half, and then the first half this happened, do you think they would have suspended him for a half?
No, I don't think the NFL does halves.
I don't think they do halves.
I think
either.
he would have been suspended this weekend, though, if that was like third, fourth quarter.
Yeah. And they did the spinning thing in the Florida game against South Florida
this past weekend.
Yeah, Bob, Florida was Florida's going to win that game, right? It was like, what, in the fourth quarter this happened?
I only saw,
I know they had a bunch of penalties. I didn't see, because I was at the Ohio State game, so I didn't get back.
Florida player spit on him, on a USF player.
Gosh, that's awesome.
And the referee saw it, and he got fined. I think it was a point where, like...
Where are we at now, man? Is this like daycare?
Are we going to see it on Sunday when you're coaching third-grade football?
No. If one of our kids spits on another kid...
Yeah.
That'll be a bad situation for
goal line.
I
might rip their tongue out.
That might be a little extreme, Bob.
Really?
But Visa
disrespect someone else by spitting on them? That's your last spit you'll ever make.
Can you still spit without a tongue?
There's your poll question right there. That's it.
Well,
Can you spit without a tongue?
That's not our speed, Tito.
I know. Just put it on like the
I don't know. That would create
page.
some witty banner.
Yes, it would. So yeah, I don't know, Bob. I'm okay with the penalty on this one. You would think that it would deter people maybe from doing it, but this happened again. The Florida thing happened on 4 days later, 3 days later, 2 days later, whatever it was. Yeah, after you see what happens, he sees that happen, he spits on it. I don't know. Have you ever? I guess you've never been.
I told you this when we addressed it. I go, I've never spit on a guy or had someone spat on me.
Bob, I
at
sometimes
least unintentionally.
On the field or off?
Well,
off the field usually is extra.
Well, it depends on what the arrangement is.
There's been a lot of memes with
Hawk Tua.
The Hawk Tua girl with Dak Prescott. Which great
listen,
to see that,
who's doing the spitting and where you're spitting at. Those are big. Those are big elements.
That's certainly a big part of the
Charlie
story.
Sheen.
Yes. Was I consensual spitting?
This might be our last show.
Next up here, guys, U.S. Senator Richard Blumenthal. He sent a letter to the WNBA on Monday warning the league to stay out of negotiations between the Mohegan Tribe and the prospective new ownership groups for the Connecticut Sun, and that any attempts by the WNBA to block efforts to keep the Sun in Connecticut could violate federal antitrust laws. The letter comes following months of conflict between the WNBA and the Mohegan Tribe, which has owned the Sun since 2003, and exploring investment options for the team. The Tribe, they received 2 bids, one that would relocate the team to Boston and another that would move it to Hartford for a franchise sale at $325 million. So, Tito, we're the home of WNBA discussion.
Where is
Bobby,
Blumenthal? What state is he a senator from? He is from Connecticut?
Yeah.
That's interesting that he would be pro them having the opportunity to move, but I'm sure that the Native American tribes, they have a fairly distinct lobby with them. They've got some nice casinos up there. We've been to the Mohegan Sun. I've enjoyed
DMB up there, didn't you?
Yeah, I saw Dave Matthews Band. We actually had gone there when I was playing for the Patriots, too. We'd head on over. You guys would drive them. I mean, it's in the middle of nowhere. Drive hour and a half. You have to have someone drive. Like, this is before Ubers really were big. You have to get a driver to take you out there so you could drive back to civilization afterwards. But it was it's good. It's interesting that this would be the case because very rarely is this something that any politician ever gets involved in. And if they do, it's usually trying to keep the team domestically.
And so this group would buy it for the full franchise sale at $325 million, and might move to Boston, might move to Hartford, whatever. So Hartford would still be in Connecticut, obviously. The league, though, offered to buy the Sun for $250 million. Like, the league offered to buy it for $250, but then that would give them then the opportunity to relocate it anywhere they wanted to.
Yeah.
Like, they could do it anywhere they wanted to at that point.
It's $100 million less.
It's $75 million less. And
75.
No, but I'm saying, I don't know. Are you more surprised at the valuation also? Like, an WNBA team, I guess it's, but $325 seems like it's high for me, but I don't know.
Well, the league's only willing to pay
$250. Right.
So.
But anyway, the tribe has not accepted that. And by the tribe, I don't mean the Guardians. The
Mohegan.
The actual tribe.
Yeah, the actual tribe, yes, has not accepted that offer from the team. But so we'll see how that. I'm sure we'll be following that with bated breath. Is that correct, Bob?
Oh, Coach. I mean, I won't be breathing at all. I have no idea how I'm going to survive until I know how that one turns out.
Yeah.
It's a BFD. It's a BFD.
Yes, it is.
Do you need a bank that truly values local business in this town, an opportunity to work alongside them as partners? Whether you're a small business or a large operation, Riverside Bank of Dublin, well, they've got the right tools for the job. Riverside Bank of Dublin has the experience of working right here in Central Ohio. They understand the business climate in our area and will help you reach your goals. Whether you need an SBA loan to get your business off the ground, a line of credit to keep your business running smoothly, or equipment financing to get your business up to scale, Riverside Bank will tailor a solution that fits your needs. Visit them at riverside.bank or stop in to get to know them in person at 6300 France Road. Riverside Bank of Dublin, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
All right, coming up next, we heard from Ryan Day yesterday. We'll react to what he had to say next. Morning Juice.
Delaware County Veterans Services, here for those who served. Located on the ground floor of the historic courthouse in downtown Delaware, our team of veteran county veteran service officers is ready to help you access VA benefits, emergency financial assistance, dental and medical grants, transportation, and more. Need a ride to a VA appointment, facing a financial emergency? Are you or your spouse simply looking for answers? Then give Delaware County Veterans Services a call. 740-833-2010 to schedule an appointment. Delaware County Veterans Services.
Hey, Buckeye fans! As the official wing sponsor of Ohio State Athletics, Roosters is kicking off an incredible giveaway you won't want to miss. This football season, we're giving away 12 ultimate Buckeye experiences. 3 drawings, 12 winners with prizes including tickets, sideline passes, and 3 trips to a Buckeye first-round postseason game. Go to roosterswings.com to register and see all the details. 3 drawings, 12 amazing prizes. Register today and every day. Roosters, a fun, casual joint.
And we're live here outside the Perez family home, just waiting for and there they go. Almost on time this morning. Mom is coming out the front door strong with a double-arm kid carry. Looks like Dad has the bags. Daughter is bringing up the rear. Oh, but the diaper bag wasn't closed. Diapers and toys are everywhere. Ooh, but Mom has just nailed the perfect car seat buckle for the toddler. And now the eldest daughter, who looks to be about 9 or 10, has secured herself in the booster seat. Dad zips the bag closed, and they're off. But looks like Mom doesn't realize her coffee cup is still on the roof of the car. And there it goes. Oh, that's a shame. That mug was a fam favorite.
Don't sweat the small stuff. Just nail the big stuff. Like making sure your kids are buckled correctly in the right seat for their age and size. Learn more at nhtsa.gov/the right seat.
Visit nhtsa.gov/the right seat.
Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Around the world, Children International and friends like you are giving children in poverty a chance to grow and thrive, to be healthy, to succeed in school, and achieve great things. How do we do it? In the best way possible, by helping ensure access to healthcare, nutrition, and educational opportunities. And most importantly, by empowering youths and their families to get out of poverty and into employment through life skills, computer, and job training. The very tools they need to break the cycle of poverty and build futures full of promise. Because every child deserves a chance to realize their full and best potential. Learn more about how Children International is empowering children and families by going to children.org today. That's children.org.
Proud to be your go-to sports addiction.
WBNS, WBNS FM, HD3 Columbus.
The Fan 3, Ohio sports destination. We build a brand new studio just for Bobby, and Tito has already ruined it just by being here.
I'm pregnant.
This is Morning Juice.
Coaster Bob, right? Where we're at? Capital Florida, Columbus High School.
I was at Coaster Bob yesterday.
Oh, that's right. Twitter. Watch what you do there, Bob. The Capital Florida of Columbus High School football game of the week takes us to New Albany Friday night as the Eagles host the Upper Arlington Golden Bears. Coverage starts at 6:30 with the kick at 7. After the game, it's Byers Subaru Dublin's Overtime with Ryan Baker and Lee Cochran. Friday nights are for high school football on the Fan. Ryan Day spoke yesterday. We're going to play some sound from that one. And one of the things, and we have Austin Ward on in our next segment, so this is very Buckeye-centric.
Oh, hey, play the hits.
Play the hits, what we do here. Ryan Day was asked about Bo Jackson, the message to him after Bo had the fumble in that game. Here's what Ryan Day had to say.
Every play is an opportunity to get better, and I think that's what we're really trying to hammer home right now is that you can't circle opponents on your schedule. You have to continually grow with the process. And, if you understand that, it's about us, it's about our training, it's not about the results. So what I mean by that is, it's not about our opponent, it's not about the scoreboard. So, whatever you do in your training is going to ultimately reflect, how you respond in, really pressure environments.
For the record, that cell phone going off was not one of us. That happened in the press conference yesterday is when that occurred. So, Bob, I would say it's almost harder. Tell me if I'm wrong on this. It's almost harder to play a damn near perfect game in that scenario they had this past Saturday than beating a team that's much better than that and playing a bad. So as far as the focus goes, it's really difficult to keep a team focused that way for the entire game, isn't it?
Well, like Ryan said, they're in a race against themselves. They're in a race to improve.
Right.
That's what they're doing. They're not circling opponents on the schedule and doing this, trying to get better every week. And so when you're judged, you're playing Grambling, the standards of which you are judged with are the standards that you've created. Whereas in a matchup game, you heard Ryan say, what Julian saying, what advice would you give? Not play perfect, just win.
Right.
Other games, it's getting better all the time, holding yourselves to those standards because just winning's going to take care of itself in that game. Now, the winning in the matchup games, the Texases, the Penn States, Michigan, games like that, those things take care of themselves if you trust the process throughout the rest of the time. But you have got to be, as his quote, in a race to improve. And his direct statement, the training reflects how you handle pressure situations. So are you doing enough in practice? That may not have been like a truly pressure situation for Bo Jackson.
Sure.
But it was an opportunity for him to go out there and earn the trust and respect of his teammates and his coaches.
And that's the part that I appreciate, that they are so disciplined in that regard. Now, granted,
Ryan appreciates your appreciation.
You know what, Bob? I wonder, do you think Ryan Day, do you think it's looser to coach this year now?
I think he's coaching with, I don't think the term looser, I think the term is emboldened.
Okay.
Where he knows his process. When you get validation that your process works, you're always tweaking things and moving stuff around and fixing stuff, and trying to improve upon it. But you've got validation now that your process works. And what we do here, it is hard. It's not for everybody.
Right.
But we've won a title. And so that validates any means on the way there.
I was thinking about this. I was trying to make a correlation with it, Bob. I got my Vegas trip coming up. And I know, let's say I'm playing blackjack at a $15 a hand table.
Yeah.
If I've got $75 in chips, it's a lot different than if I've got $5,000 in chips playing $15 blackjack.
Yeah.
That's what I think he is. Now he's playing with a lot more chips.
He's not short-stacked anymore.
No, he's not.
Not that he was ever short-stacked, but yes, you have a nice kitty that you won the World Series, dude. So you've got some nice backing.
Yes. So I wonder about that. Here is also then Ryan Day talking about. I found this interesting, but he was talking about the tempo the offense keeps.
I use it as a weapon when you think it's going to give your team an advantage. There's a lot of things to take into consideration when you make those decisions, but I think you always want to have the ability to switch gears. based on the situation in the game. If you feel like it gives you a schematic advantage, there's a lot of things to consider. But I think the key is, having the ability to be efficient in both tempos. And there's not just two. There's other different variations of that, and that has to be a weapon because ultimately the offense dictates how fast they go. And so whether it's cadence or tempo, we have to be the one that dictates in games, and that's probably the most important thing.
I've always thought that the tempo thing, and going back, the first time I saw like teams really play with tempo was watching like the when the Bengals went with no huddle all the time with Sam White and things like that. But my mindset always, Bob, was they're using that to their advantage.
Yep.
I never thought about it in terms of weapon. It makes more sense that way. Like as far as the way it's the same kind of thing, but weapon sounds much more.
Dangerous. Woke up feeling dangerous.
Strategery, yes. Much more strategic, I think.
Yeah.
Well,
because it's another tool that you have.
Yeah.
You can run this play. You can run this formation. You can run this personnel grouping. You can do all of those different things. But to Ryan's point, it's a weapon. It's a tool that you have. Now, he's like, it's not the only tool.
Right.
There's not just two tempos, and you have to be able to kind of be good at all of them because different games are going to require different times and different situations. Like, you may be great at going fast.
Yeah.
When you've got a 7-point lead and you have the ball in the fourth quarter, you do not want to go fast. You want to bleed clock.
Right.
So you have to be able to play at that tempo. And so saying, hey, we're great at up tempo, that's good. That's one thing, but we can't just be good at that.
Right.
We've got to be good at a multitude of things, and that's why you continue to practice and help build that stuff out.
It's like the run and shoot when it first came out. And it was like, this is innovative offense, the run and shoot. I remember the Orioles
Can you
running.
salt away games?
Right.
What do you do?
That was the other thing.
When you're up by 7 or 10, and you have 4 to 8 minutes left in the game.
Can you run the ball?
Can you run the ball?
Yeah.
Can you line up and go get a yard?
Here's Ryan Day talking about the guys that get to play in the Grambling State game that might not normally play significant minutes.
Every time you're in the game is an opportunity, and a lot of guys are found during opportunities like this. And so every time you're on the field, it's an opportunity to get better, and you're either putting strength or weakness on film. So, yeah, the guys that popped are going to continue to get opportunities as long as what they're doing fits into what we're trying to get done on offense and defense, and they're grading out. Sometimes you can just, late in the game, kind of just go off on your own and try to make plays, and you can make a play, but that's not within the discipline of what we're doing. We have to consider all those things. But, yeah, the more guys grade out and the more productive the guys are and utilize the snaps, then the more they're going to play.
Yeah,
it's an amazing concept. The better you play, the more you play.
Yes.
Think about that. Imagine if you were judged simply on the fruits of your work, and how well you did. Like we're judged on the performance of our show. It's measured in ratings and views and all those things. Right. And generally those things are rewarded. Sometimes things happen for other reasons. And people try to make decisions based upon personal feelings or things like that. Like Ryan Day doesn't have that luxury, because eventually that'll come back. It does in most places. It'll eventually come back to bite you. Because when you make decisions on things other than production or what you believe the best path for the future is, based upon the present situation in past history, try to marry all those things together. If you don't make decisions based upon that, well, then those decisions probably aren't going to be very good. And so you see that manifest itself, whether it's in sports, whether it's in an office setting with people getting promoted, whether it's in business, whether it's in entertainment, TV, radio. You see that stuff happen all the time. People are like, why did this person get this job? Well, someone thought that they would be good at it without really having any empirical evidence to prove that.
That's how I get most of my jobs, Bob, just so you know. It's on potential. Here's Ryan Day talking about the good communication among the entire offense.
I think it's been good. I think we have a lot of guys in that room who have been around together. This is the first time Tyler's kind of gone through with us. But there's a lot of familiarity with how we do things. So I think it's been good, and for Brian, he's really organizing it well now and calling it. And, Keenan has a lot of input. Tyler has a lot of input. Billy has a lot of input. Carlos has a lot of input. And then I obviously have a lot of input as well. And then try to help the best we can and organize the call sheet so that we're ready to go and we have plans in place. I think the communication so far has been clean. But again, bigger challenges ahead. We got to keep building and stay ahead of the curve. But so far, it's been solid.
So far, it's been solid.
It seems, Bobby, like the
plans, schemes.
Yeah, plan schemes. Yeah, the way that they're all on the same page, lock and step, is also very impressive. I think and very vital to their success. I'm sure there's been times where we've seen it last year, right, with the defense maybe not always being on the same page. The coordinators and with Jim Knowles, is that fair?
I don't know if last year was as much. I mean, maybe in prior years trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
This year, I don't think there's any issue with that because
Right.
it's a much more collaborative situation. But having everybody on the same page, where you're rowing the boat in the same direction, like everybody understands what the objectives are. And then the bigger thing is, like, the objectives are, hey, we want to be really good, but how do you want to be good? How are we going to go about doing this? Those are the questions you ultimately have to ask yourself is, what is our best path to do this?
Mm-hmm.
And where are we going to have to lean in more on this position group, on this formation, on this call, some of these different things? Like, that's what people have to try to figure out, and that's some of the sacrifices people have to make.
And to double down on that, then here is Ryan Day talking about the staff chemistry.
I think the staff chemistry, I actually mentioned this to the staff today, is very good. I think everyone's working together well. I think the energy in practice has been good. I think the messaging to the players has been good. But, where we're going moving forward is going to be a big part of how we coach and what we identify.
Yeah, that kind of doubles, reiterates what he said before, that, yeah, having the coaching staff all together in lockstep and what a difference that makes.
Oh, and you've got to challenge each other, though, too. Like,
sure.
Having a bunch of people that all have groupthink, like, yeah, let's all do this, let's all do that. People need to advocate and lobby for their own independent thoughts and have, like, vibrant discussions about what is best moving forward. If you just are listening to other people and whatever Ryan says goes or whatever Patricia says goes or whatever Heartline says, like, that's what we're doing. Okay, it's not that you're going to sit there and just say, no, you're wrong, coach. Like, we're going to have a conversation of why is that the best thing? Like, well, have we tried this? Have we thought about that? And the pushback and that vibrant discussion is what makes you good. But you have to have, here's the problem. Everybody's so darn sensitive now where you hear this. And Bodie, I mean, people hear something, they see something that's posted online, and everybody gets so sensitive about it, because they get in their feels, and it's like, well, he didn't like my idea, or we didn't think this was appropriate for our job or what we're doing, or whatever it is. And so people get salty about it, and then they lose their objectivity because they become, as my kids call them, emos.
Emos.
They become emos. You know what an emo is, Bodie?
I'm guessing it doesn't mean what it used to mean.
Well, it's something my kids say. It's someone who's like overly emotional.
Bad?
I wouldn't say bad. I just think emo, when I hear the word, it's more like the goth.
Yeah, that's what my kids. But I say those people are emos. They're like emotional. I don't know.
Okay.
That's what they say.
Same
They're
neighborhood.
Emos. Yeah.
Slightly different. But
adjacent.
Yeah, they're living
in the same cul-de-sac.
Suburban.
Same cul-de-sac, dude. Maybe a different house. They call them emos. And I'm like, don't be the kids are like, don't be an emo. I'm like, okay.
Right on.
Dad, you're crashing out. Don't be an emo.
Crashing out.
Lincoln
crash
Kingdom
out on you.
Got into the game and played got some snaps in there against Grambling, and I got to believe the goal is to Ohio State to try to get a big enough lead against OU that would happen again. Here is Ryan Day talking about Lincoln Keenholz.
Lincoln played well. He graded out a champion. You saw him run a couple. The short yardage, and then he pulled it on the read. And so he's a good athlete. I think he made some good decisions. He threw the ball well. So he's an important part of the team, and we're going to need him. We're going to need both he and Julian this year, and we'll keep figuring out how that fits. He's a good leader. Guys respect him. He's a good athlete. He's a good player. So he's working hard at it, and he knows at some point he's going to get his chance. And when he does, he's got to continue to keep pushing and make the best of it. I got a lot of respect for Link, and I think that room is pretty tight.
Bodie's ruined sound clips for me, by the way, now, because I have to listen to them a different way now, Bob.
Hey, Bodie, have you ever thought about being the sound captain?
No, honestly, I actually haven't.
If someone asked you and they came to you and said, hey, here's a chance for you to earn a C, I want you to be the sound captain.
Probably politely decline.
I don't know. I'd impolitely decline if I were you. Bob, because of what happened.
Bruise on, doctor says you got a bad bruise, Bodie.
What if he plays? I don't understand, Herb.
In 2014, Bob, Ohio State had to use 3 quarterbacks on their way to the national championship.
Yeah.
Famously. And I'm curious, what is more important right now? To get Keenholz snaps or Tavion St. Clair experience?
Keenholz.
Okay.
Not even close.
I'm saying, but like right now, okay.
Not even close.
Okay, if Sayin were to get hurt, God forbid.
Yeah.
Sayin gets hurt. I'm confident in Keenholz right now.
Based upon what, the last Grambling game you saw?
No, just based on his improvements he's had since that Missouri game is. That Missouri game, I'm saying, is not.
How many games? Okay, that Missouri game is in the rearview mirror.
Right, way in the rearview mirror. I'm saying I think he's more
How many
confident now.
snaps have you seen him play in the game since the Missouri game?
Not a lot of snaps.
Because I think Grambling was it.
Was that he didn't play at all last year in the games? I guess he
Well,
didn't.
he threw any passes,
right.
really.
But, Bobby, okay, what I'm based that on, Bob, is my confidence in Ryan Day's ability to develop quarterbacks, okay? If you spend 3 years in the system, you're much better than you were a year ago, and I'm just going to assume you're better than you were a year ago, better than you were 2 years ago.
You know, my teacher used to take the
I
word
know.
assume.
I know.
They would break it down.
I know. Well, Bob, you don't think that's fair to assume that about a quarterback in Ryan Day's system?
Trying to search for another word.
No. Don't you think it's fair, though, would you believe a quarterback spends 3 years in Ryan Day's system is better than he was 2 years ago, better than he was 1 year ago?
I believe that, but I believe experience also helps a lot. I think Ryan would also say that. I think they had a chance to be able to get Tavion in there and get him some play. I think against Ohio University, you're hoping to get Lincoln in and get him some play. Probably not as much for Tavion.
I'm trying to figure out which more important. That's all. I think you can make an argument either way on it, though.
Well, I mean, I'm trying to think of an analogy without going full Sark and talking about videoing people in the bathroom and the faces you make and the sounds you make when you're in there. Because if you want that, there's places to go to get that. That's not going to be the
not
show.
The fan pool, but
no, you can't go there.
You're worrying about the dessert when you haven't even had the entree yet.
And that's Bob.
So let's just eat it in progression.
How many times has Ohio State
Since
needed?
people love food analogies and Tito tries, okay, we're going to feed you some food over here, some Taco Bell breakfast or whatever. But if you're talking about eating the first course, Julian, let's not worry about Tavion. It's not like you're going to say, oh, you know what? Here comes the next one. No, they're not going to skip the second course with the third. Keenholz will be the next guy up to play should something happen. So he needs to be ready.
And I recognize, Bob, that when I'm talking about that, it's all about 20. Because I can't think of a time when Ohio State has needed 3 quarterbacks in a season other than that.
If
you know what I mean?
to that point,
I know.
Okay, we'll cross that bridge when we get there.
I used to know if it's if ultimately, I guess, would it be ideal to get a huge lead and have both those guys play in the second half?
Sure. Why not just have them start the game and play it?
We could do that too, Bob. Now I think you're talking down to me, Bob. Here is Ryan Day talking about Matt Patricia's decision to be down on the field during the games.
That was his decision. Yeah, I left it up to him. Just get off the field on third down.
Yeah. Hey, buddy, I'm not going to micromanage you. You want to be on the field? Great. Do you have someone competent you have in the box? Talk to me about the process of what you're doing. Okay, that's good. You're the one that's got to own it. If your defense isn't doing well, then we're going to have a conversation about, is it because you're on the sideline? Maybe that has nothing to do with it. Who knows? All of those things factor in. But Ryan is not a micromanager. And that's talking to guys who've come in here and have. As they get new coaches get here, that's one of the things that people love about Ryan. That's why you get good coaches and you can retain them, is he's not going to micromanage you. He's going to task you with doing your job unless you do it. And then when there's an issue, then we'll have a discussion of maybe why and how we can improve upon that, and we'll work through that. And if you're clearly not getting it done for an elongated period of time, well, maybe changes have to be made. But if you want to be on the sideline, that's cool. Do you have someone in the box you trust? Do you feel like you can call it from there? Have you done it before? Okay. Yes, no, yes. Figure that out? Okay, well, then we'll try it like this and see how it goes.
We'll keep this train rolling. Austin Ward joins us next. Morning Juice.
That nagging pain, you know the one. Sometimes it's from years of hard work. Sometimes it's an old injury that never healed right. Either way, it's been calling the shots in your life for too long. But that stops right now. I'm Tyvis Powell, and QC Kinetics is here in Columbus to flip the script. Dr. Walkoff and his team use regenerative medicine, advanced cellular treatment that help your body heal and restore the damage in your joints. Not covering it up, not cutting it out. Actually helping heal and restore. And the results, long-term lasting relief. So instead of planning planning your day around pain, you're planning it around life. QC Kinetics, no surgery, no drugs, no long recovery, just a smarter, natural way to get your freedom back. Check them out at qckinetics.com/Columbus. Bring your MRIs, your x-rays. They'll make sure you're a good candidate. The consultation is free. Just call QC Kinetics at 380-208-4544. That's 380-208-4544. 380-208-4544.
While serving in Vietnam, a grenade took my ability to see. Today, I'm a sculptor. Now, my fingers are my eyes. I'm Michael Naranjo. As a veteran, I know the challenges of life can be great. In my art, turning a lump of clay into something beautiful, that is worth doing. Life is like that. We each must use what we can to make things better.
DAV helps veterans like Michael get the benefits they've earned. They help more than 1 million veterans every year in life-changing ways.
Now, I show others how they can create something with their own hands. I know it can do a lot of good. With support from DAV, more veterans can shape their lives into a thing of beauty. My victory is bringing beauty into the world.
Michael Naranjo, may your victories inspire many more. Support more victories for veterans. Go to DAV.org.
I thought mixing bleach with my floor cleaner would take the stain out.
When my youngest ate the dog's medicine, that was a new one.
I was trying to protect my garden, but I accidentally sprayed myself with pesticide.
So I called 1-800-222-1222, the poison helpline.
A poison expert helped me figure out what to do next.
I was connected to someone who spoke Spanish.
They answered my questions.
It was free.
It was confidential.
It was real help in real time.
Keep the poison experts in your pocket. 1-800-222-1222.
If only life had a remote control, you could pause or rewind. Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. Take the 1-minute risk test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its prediabetes awareness partners.
We got a higher home appraisal after we put away our African art and family photos.
Has this happened to you because of race or national origin? Contact HUD at hud.gov/fair housing. A message from HUD and the National Fair Housing Alliance.
If you're looking for the inside scoop on the Buckeyes, you've come to the right place. This is Morning Juice.
You've come to the right place. You've come to at the right time to hear us talk to the right person.
A guy who considers himself the mayor of Laramie, Wyoming, who holds the shuffleboard record at the Ranger, and most impressive, the commissioner of the Central Ohio Two-Man Scramble League. Here's Austin Ward.
He's a personal radio telethon, Bob, without the charity, because this man is always on the fan. He is Austin Ward, The Beat with Austin and Berm. Catch that podcast. Austin, good morning, my friend. And I'm curious, we did a lot of discussing in the about the Ryan Day's words yesterday. Did anything he said, that's by Brian Kelly. Did anything he say, did it really stand out to you?
Well, it's great to be with you guys back on the family this morning. This guy, this press conference from Ryan Day, they're always great. I appreciate them so much because even if it might sound like coach speak on the outside, it's really not. And I say this all the time, that if there's a live microphone in front of Ryan Day, everything he says is on purpose. It's more direct than you might think, and sometimes you have to parse together the clues, and sometimes you don't. Like when he says that the punt return situation is a red flag for him, you don't generally hear a lot of coaches go straight to that point and let you know that, yeah, what you saw with your own eyes on Saturday is being treated very seriously inside the Woody Hayes Athletic Center as well. And that may seem like a minor point, a minor detail. There's more pressing things that we got to talk about on Tuesday, including, a bunch of freshmen, a bunch of backups, what impressing against scrambling. Bo Jackson, I think, is probably the most over talked about person maybe in Columbus this week, and that will be the case all the way up until Saturday night against Ohio. But I appreciate the way that Ryan Day talks about the challenge and the opportunity for his team, and when there are issues that he sees and wants corrected, which in this case was punt return or Bo Jackson fumbling on his last snap against Grambling. He's not going to dance around that. He's going to, talk about what that process is going to look like. Maybe not in great detail about what the practice, process will look like, but this is what the issues are. They're not being ignored, and they're going to be corrected. And he's always done this. I don't think it is purely because some of the weight is off his shoulders after winning a national championship, but I do think that you can get some different vibes out of these press conferences now that his resume has that on it.
So do you think that, with him talking about Bo Jackson the way that he did and, some of the ways that he addressed it, do you think that impacts his opportunity here this Saturday night?
I kind of think it will, Bob, but not like, okay, you fumbled, you're never going back out there. I think if Bo Jackson's day had ended after the first 8 carries, I think there's a better than average shot we could have seen Bo playing in the first quarter or the second quarter at some point in the first half. And I'm not saying that definitely won't happen. You had a Bloody Tuesday practice last night. You have another opportunity tonight in the Woody to go out there and maybe the ball never comes out and it looks like that message was delivered and the opportunities come right back to him on Saturday against the Bobcats. I don't know. We are only halfway through practice this week, and obviously that's going to be up to Carlos Lachlan and Ryan Day. But I think they clearly were not happy with that, pulling him over to the sideline immediately after that situation. And I can understand why you watch the other 8 carries, Mick. That's going to help Ohio State. That's going to elevate the rushing attack. He needs to be out there with C.J. Donaldson or James Peoples. I would agree with that. I certainly felt the same way. And I felt the upside with Bo Jackson has been clear going back to spring practice when, the physicality, the explosiveness, everything you could want from a running back was apparent. And I was really surprised by that because I thought coming off of the injuries a year ago during his high school, at the end of his high school career, it's like I wasn't sure how much work he was actually going to get in spring. So he was out there. That was surprise number 1. And then he was really impressive, which was, check box number 2 there. But there's another part of what Ryan Day said on Tuesday that I think is important to keep in mind because he said it on purpose. And it was, if you see something that's happening in a game, we're probably seeing the same thing in practice. And that applies not just to the good things that Bo Jackson did, but also if the ball security is an issue in a game, it's probably something that was happening in practice as well. So, I don't mean any of that to pick on Bo or to, try and tap the brakes on the hype. Like, I understand the good parts of Bo Jackson as well as anybody who saw him on Saturday. But if the workload is not 9, 10, 15 carries or not in the first quarter or the second quarter on Saturday night against Ohio, I don't think it's going to be a mystery why that is.
Austin Berm joins us right now here on Morning Juice, daily podcast, The Beat with Austin Berm, available on the 10 TV Plus app.
I think you called him Austin Berm, but either way,
it's all good. Did I say Austin Berm?
That's just how we're known now.
I'm sorry. The Beat with Austin and Berm. And you can download the 10 TV Plus app on Apple TV, Amazon Fire, or Roku. Stay locked in with the latest Buckeye talk wherever you go, and you can just search up Austin and Berm wherever you get your podcast. Based on what you saw in the preseason and what you knew about the team coming back this year, are you pleasantly surprised? Has the defense outperformed your expectations at this point?
Yes and no.
I
thought this was going to be the best defense in America, Tito. So I feel like that's been validated through 2 weeks, but I think I'm still being surprised by the creativity, the versatility, the multitude of looks that we're seeing, which just feels like the tip of the iceberg. So even though I knew that part was going to happen, and, you, me, and Bob have had these conversations about what a Matt Patricia's defense is going to look like for the last 8 months. And it's like, it's going to be game to game, but it's been even more than game to game. It's been drive to drive at times. And we're seeing, I thought there was the Arvell Reese sack against Texas. That's like, I don't remember seeing a lot of that before. And then last week you had Caleb Downs lining up over a guard and then dropping into coverage and getting his interception off of that look. It's like, you have to really pay attention, or you're rewarded for paying attention every week and every drive to what Matt Patricia is doing, because there's so much new stuff that's involved, even now just through 2 weeks. So it's cool to watch. It's fun to watch. I don't imagine it's very enjoyable to prepare to go play against, as Texas and Grambling have experienced, and now Ohio will try and deal with on Saturday night. But the talent, I thought, was there. Now, maybe there's a part of me that said that they could be the number one defense in the country again, but I don't know if they're going to look as dominant at times as the Silver Bullets did on the way to the national championship. I think the way that this secondary is playing specifically, and then adding in Arvell Reese with just this influx of athleticism, which is, all due respect to Cody Simon, very different when you have Arvell Reese out there. I now am considering this world where maybe this defense could be better than last year's, which is not something I had really considered that strongly in August.
Okay, I like that, with how good that defense can potentially be. One of the other guys who's been playing well, Caden Curry, they've been moving him inside, outside.
Yeah.
How do you feel about, and I know last week wasn't a great gauge, just given the asymmetry in talent, but how are we feeling about the interior of that defensive line? They've done a lot of different stuff. Austin, do you think that has helped maybe cover up or mask some of the potential issues for lack of, as Larry Johnson calls it, playing experience as opposed to depth?
Yeah, and Larry Johnson had said about a month ago at this point, it's not a matter of not having the bodies. They just don't have the veteran experience, the game reps under their belt. And they'll get to that point. I think when you're looking at that first group out there and you have Cade McDonald and, I think Edric Houston, with those couple penalties last week, he's going to be pretty motivated throughout practice this week to go out and prove a point this week or against Washington in a couple weeks. That wasn't the finest example of what Edric Houston can be. But when you have that first group out there, and as you mentioned with Caden Curry and Kenyatta Jackson, like that's pretty darn good. Not many programs are going to be unwilling to trade for what the personnel the Buckeyes can unleash in that first group. But as we talked about throughout the offseason, it is really a matter of how much depth is there on the interior that Ohio State trusts to play, and then what do they have to get creative to fill that void. And Jarquez Carter has played a decent amount in these first couple of weeks as a true freshman. I think that's been pretty positive. See Will Smith Jr. out there making some plays, getting some opportunities to go. I think they're building there. And then, Matt Patricia and Larry Johnson are teaming up to find some other creative solutions for need be. And if that's playing, 3 down linemen or 5 guys lined up on the line of scrimmage, or involving Caleb Downs for different looks, I think you're seeing different solutions to get to that point in the short term. I think you still want to be able to get to a point where you have that pair in the spare at defensive tackle, and you're not necessarily having to rely on Bo Atkinson or Caden Curry or moving up Arvell Reese into that spot just to confuse teams. You'd love to be able to get to the point kind of like where Ohio State was a year ago, where you had Tyleik Williams and Ty Hamilton. And it's like, we're good here with this base front. You don't have to do anything else. They're just going to win their matchups. I don't know that Ohio State is fully at that point. But I do like what the younger guys have shown as they've pushed there. And by the way, like Caden McDonald and Edric Houston have not had to do this on a full-time basis in their careers yet. So they're still, laying down more foundation and building on that as well. So I think it's on the right track. I don't think that it's done at this point, but that is the benefit of the way that this schedule has worked out. They got that win against Texas, and now they're in the midst of this couple weeks of, Ryan Day also talked about, August was getting ready for Texas, and now this month has become a little bit of training camp 2.0 for them, and I think they're making the most of it so far.
I want to get there's not a wrong answer to this, but I want to get your perspective, Austin, Bobby's perspective on this, because I don't know the answer to this. Is every Buckeye defense the Silver Bullets, or is it something you have to earn?
I don't remember calling the last Greg Schiano defense at Ohio State the Silver Bullets. I don't know that the Kerry Combs 2021 defense. I don't know that I called them the Silver Bullets that frequently because it felt disingenuous.
Okay.
So I do think you have to earn it. And that's just me personally. I mean, that's what they're known for. That's the legacy of the defense there. Bob can definitely speak to this with more validity than I can because he was part of it. He's earned it. But for me, like when things are going poorly, I don't know that I dip into that and use that in my stories or when I'm on the radio with you guys that much.
Thitoff, what is there of significance in life that you get that isn't earned?
Well, I'm just saying, like, I didn't know if it was a nickname that every year the defense is called the Silver Bullets. Like every year, everyone thinks the defense Silver Bullets. Like if it's a,
So in the past, and I don't know if they're doing it this year.
Yeah.
They did it for a while, then it went away, then it came back, then it went away, and it came back. But you would not be officially part of the Silver Bullets until you earned your Silver Bullet.
Okay.
By being like initiated and indoctrinated into it, and they would have a like little keychain or necklace or whatever it is that would have some form of ammunition on there that was, to varying degrees, what it was and how it looked. I think even under Jim Knowles, they had like necklaces that were actually silver bullets.
Okay.
And had engraved names and all that stuff on there. So, there was a lot of stuff like that. So yes, it is not just issued.
Okay.
It's something that has got to be earned. And as a unit, it's got to be earned as well. Austin, they're going to have their hands full based upon what I saw in the previous two games playing OU University with Parker Navarro running around their quarterback. What is your expectations? How do you see them handling that? And what have people been saying about this game coming up here on Saturday night?
Yeah, and it's another game where I think it goes back to what you asked about with the defensive line, Bob. Is Ohio State going to unleash the full potential of the pass rush? Are they going to hope to turn this into a 7-sack game? I'd say that Matt Patricia's game plan would probably be not to do that. And that sounds crazy. Why wouldn't you want to try? Well, part of what they were trying to do, and you know this, Bob, you detailed it after the win over Texas, was to make sure that you were disciplined in your lanes, not going too far to let Arch Manning use his legs and beat Ohio State. If they decide that they still want to run in that situation, I think Ohio State feels good that Caden Curry and Kenyatta Jackson, Arvell Reese, Sonny Styles can go run Parker Navarro down just as they did for the most part against Arch Manning in week 1. And if you force then Parker, if you build that pocket, maybe you collapse it, maybe you don't. But if you force Ohio to operate out of the pocket, force Parker Navarro to throw, you saw some results there in the second half against the West Virginia game. Kudos to the Bobcats for winning, beating a Power 4 opponent. Those 3 interceptions, I think, would be what really gets Ohio State's attention. So you figure out what the strength and weaknesses are of that quarterback, and then you try and take that away the best you can. Letting him use his legs and run around, that would not be a formula for success. That would not be a silver bullet outing. Making sure that you're disciplined and you don't give rushing lanes and forcing him to throw to beat you, that's probably not going to work against Caleb Downs and Davison Igbinosun and Jermaine Matthews and Jalen McClain and Lorenzo Styles. So good luck to them in that situation. But I think that, even last week there was a lot of conversation. The Rushman didn't get there. It didn't feel like it was a ton of pressure. I think we've been through this a lot with some of these September non-conference games where Ohio State almost makes this conscious effort to put a governor on the pass rush. You don't have to go crazy in these games, and you don't have to show everything that you're capable of. And the one thing that you don't want to do is hurt yourself by going too far and doing too much and then letting a quarterback from a lesser opponent string together first downs with his legs. So I don't think that they'll do that in this game. And I think that this team has already shown in week 1 that they're disciplined enough to execute that game plan.
Got to earn the silver bullets, but he's already earned the title of the Red Rocket. He is Austin Ward. Appreciate your time, Austin. Thanks so much, bud. We'll talk again next week.
I think we're going to talk on Friday.
Oh, are you coming in Friday? I didn't know. See, this is breaking news to me.
Bodie, did I not just talk?
I don't think you said Austin was coming in Friday, did you? Did I miss that?
You did say that, Bobby.
Okay, I'm sorry. I missed it then. I'm sorry, Bob.
He never listens to me, Austin. Get used to it.
Well, I can tell Tito's excited. I was pumped up to be there, but I guess I'll find.
When did you get asked to do that?
Recently.
There we go. That's a great
email
answer right
just
there.
came out recently, so that's why I was curious
I'm
to
sorry.
that.
You're right, Bobby. I didn't listen. I do a lot more talking than I do listening, which is really a trait you want to have, I think, in life. Austin, hey, buddy. I'll see you Friday.
Yeah. I'll see you boys Friday. Have a good one.
Thank you. All right, that was Austin Ward.
God gave you 2 ears and 1 mouth, Thitoff.
Bob, my left ear's damn near deaf. I don't know.
It's not to spit on people.
It's not. That's fair, Bob.
At any part.
Now I feel bad. I'm sorry. I don't remember you saying that, Bob.
Because
honestly, Bob, and this is
there was a famous line espoused by a former Buckeye on these airwaves.
Yeah.
Between the times of 10 and noon about 6 years ago. And it was, well, maybe if you quit talking so much, you might hear a little bit of what I say.
Who said that?
I think he coaches the linebackers currently.
No, it wasn't him.
Wasn't that one?
It preceded him.
Okay. Look, Bob, admittedly.
There you go, buds.
I go through life a lot of the times, I think, just self-reflection here, self-evaluation. I think a lot of my life, I'm thinking about what I'm going to say next, not what the person next to me is saying.
Of course, and that's why when Fish came over, that was a really good question. I'm like, if you listen to what the person says during an interview, you may be able to. You may glean something that may lead you to ask another question.
An interview is different. Okay, I do no, interviews. That's different.
It's a conversation. That's all it is. That's why a great interview is just a conversation.
I understand. That's the way it should always come across, Bob. I 100% agree with that. I'm just saying that in regular life, non-interview situations, I think I spend too much time doing that. I think I don't know if there's appeal. I don't know if there's appeal for that or not, but that can fix that. But
maybe a lobotomy.
You know what, Bob? If that's what it'll take, I'll do it. I'll sign up for that. Well, let's get a charity involved, and I'll do a lobotomy. Somehow, if we get enough money raised, I don't know, cancer. We get enough money raised, then I'll get the lobotomy. If that's gonna help things out, I'll do that, Bob. I have no problem doing that. Coming up next, we'll tell you what's got us juiced. Morning juice.
Wow, that nagging joint pain. You know the one. Sometimes it's from maybe years of hard work. Sometimes it's just an old injury that never healed right. I know I've got plenty of those. Either way, it's been calling the shots in your life for far too long. But that stops right now. Hey, Bobby Carpenter here, and QC Kinetics is here in Columbus to flip the script. Dr. Wolkoff and his team are going to use regenerative medicine, just like I got, advanced cellular treatments that will help your body heal itself. It's going to restore the damaged tissues. It's not a cover-up for it. It's not pills, it's not scalpels, it's long-term lasting relief. So you don't have to operate your life around the pain anymore. QC Kinetics, no surgery, no drugs, no downtime, just smarter and natural ways to heal your body. Make sure you bring your MRI, bring your x-rays. They'll tell you if you're a good candidate. The consultation is free. So just call QC Kinetics at 380-208-4544. That's 380-208-4544. Or visit them at qckinetics.com/Columbus.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. My good friends over at Sleep Better Columbus want you to know that if you're 65 or older, enjoying those golden years, but maybe you're dealing with restless nights, you need to listen up. Are you tossing and turning, struggling with sleep apnea, and that leaves you wiped out during the day? Well, it's time to reclaim your rest with Dr. Mark Levy at Sleep Better Columbus. As a leading provider in non-surgical sleep apnea treatments, Dr. Levy helps you breathe easier and sleep deeper with custom oral appliances, a comfortable alternative to CPAP. The best part is that Sleep Better Columbus is in network with most medical insurance plans and is a proud Medicare provider, so your coverage can work seamlessly with Sleep Better Columbus. And as we head toward the end of the year, don't let those benefits go unused. You don't want to wait to use your deductible. Act now to make the most of it with Sleep Better Columbus. Call Sleep Better Columbus today at 800-MORE-SLEEP or visit sleepbettercolumbus.com. Once again, that number, 800-MORE-SLEEP or sleepbettercolumbus.com for your consultation. Sleep better, live better, you've earned it.
My name is DeMar Hamlin. I play for the Buffalo Bills, and I play safety. CPR saved my life. I've teamed up with the American Heart Association as a national ambassador to help create a nation of lifesavers, turning bystanders into lifesavers. Through CPR education and access to AEDs, nearly 3 out of 4 cardiac arrests that don't happen in hospitals happen in homes. Join me to ensure everyone has the chance to live longer, healthier lives. Visit heart.org/nation.
Wrinkles, gray hair, and hearing loss are common signs of getting older. But being short of breath, having tightness in your chest, coughing, and wheezing are not. If you are experiencing these symptoms, you may be one of the millions of people who are living with a condition called COPD but don't know it. Early diagnosis and treatment can add years of better breathing to your life. For more information, talk to your doctor and visit copdfoundation.org today.
One man is a national champion, NFL veteran, and local business leader. The other man is Tito. This is Morning Juice.
Sponsored by Riverside Bank of Dublin.
Here's Bobby and Tito.
Morning Juice. Final segment of the program on this Wednesday. By the way, if I had the breaking news sound wherever I play it, Austin Ward in for you on Friday. I don't know if you heard that or not.
No.
But
Bodie and I talked about it earlier.
Off the air. So you can't get on me about not hearing what you said to Bodie off the air. I think that right there is unfair. I admitted my flaw already, but the fact that you expect me to know what you and Bodie talk about in your private conversations.
I don't know if I was just talking to Bodie. I think just in general I made the statement about it, and we were all in the same room. You were sitting no further away than you are right now, and I'm not sure exactly what you were doing.
Way back then, Bobby, you were saying stuff. I was saying stuff. Who knows who said what? I'm just saying a lot of things were out there in the thought bubbles, in the speech bubbles up there. I'm not sure who said what. Maybe you did. I admitted my flaw, but I think I'm being held to a standard that's not fair. An unfair standard, if you will.
Standard is a standard.
I got you. Let's do this.
What's got you juiced?
Sponsored by Billiards Plus. Find your next grill and everything you need for the Master Griller. Billiards Plus on Dublin Center Drive in Dublin.
All right, it's Wednesday, Bob. I got to believe that means you go first.
Yeah, your belief is correct in saying
That's what
that.
I got. See, I pay attention.
Yeah, you're over there just hanging out in the chat.
That's what I do, man.
Responding. You're those creepers on the internet chat rooms.
These aren't creepers over here. These are the
said
juicers.
You. I didn't say
I'm
them.
the creeper?
I said you're one of those creepers in the chat rooms, making everyone else uncomfortable.
You ever seen a grown man naked?
Have I ever seen what?
Nothing.
A grown man naked?
That's a thing from the Airplane movie.
I mean, I've seen lots of grown men naked.
Look, I'm sure you have.
That pilot's name was George Zip.
Yes. By the way,
one of the great conversations that I have with one of my friends is, how many people do you think you know who have seen more naked dudes than me?
Well, Charlie Sheen might be one.
Well, he could be in that list. And then finally, one of our you had a friend that came over and get together before we're going out, and her husband was a urologist. I said, he might be he goes, I bet he has. I'm like, you're probably accurate in saying that. He gets paid to still see him for a living. That was just one of the perks of the job, Bodie. The shower, the post-practice showers, hot tubs, screenings, all the good stuff. So what's got me juiced today? Oh, by the way, last night I got a chance. My daughter, they were playing Wellington in tennis last night. It was supposed to start at 6:30. They had matches going before them, so it didn't start till 7:30.
Nice.
And so it's cool. They went under the lights. It said U.S. Open style. She was playing first doubles. They were tied 2-2 in the matches. You play 3 singles, 2 doubles. And hers was the final one going on. It was tied 2-2. And they went to tie break at the end of the second match and they ended up winning that thing. And so it was awesome. Everybody comes down and watches. When I say everybody, there's like 20 people. But
Storm the court.
There's a little bit of juice and some energy behind it. And I sat there. I was like, you know what? I didn't think I'd be sitting outside the high school here at 8:45 at night. But this was worth it. This was awesome. My mom came up. And she's like, we had to take an hour to start. I go, but you got to see some great matches, and you got to see a victory, which was a good part of it. But it was just really good tennis. It was awesome to watch that and to get a chance to see her playing at night. I didn't think I was going to get a chance to see it because it was supposed to start at 6:30. My son's practice goes till 7:30 football, which I have to coach. So I figured they'd be almost done. I text my wife, is the match still going on? She goes, here's the good news. It's just about to start. It's like, well, let me get the boys pointed in the right direction for bed at home, for food, showers, and then I'll come over and had some Roosters wings and sat there and watched her have a great tennis match. It's tough. I don't get to see a lot because I'm coaching my boys in football, so trying to bounce around back and forth makes it tough. Busy day today. Got a show with Schleggs. Got my hit with Rothman. I record some stuff with Dom today. Do a hit with Ian Fitzsimmons. I've got some XM, got some more football practice. I had to jam all of this stuff in here because tomorrow I'll be flying down to West Palm to do some leadership training down with a company down there on Friday, but I'll be back Saturday for the game. So just a quick jaunt out. I enjoy air travel when it goes smoothly.
Right.
It's a great chance, especially if I don't have early wake-ups and things, and I probably could have done the show remotely, but you know what? said, I got some days to use, and I'm going to use them.
We talked about donating those days.
Well, that's true. Rounding them up and donating them.
Yeah.
You know, there's people when they have health issues, you'll make sure they're doing well. Can you donate them to make sure they need time off, whatever they need? So maybe we'll circulate that survey today. But that's got me juiced. And then also listening, you said that was the Stanford head coach. I just like listening to some coaching speeches or their philosophies on things. And this was the Stanford. Is this a football? Is this the football coach? Who is
Honestly, I just saw Stanford on the hoodie.
Yeah, name on the front.
Yes.
Name on the front of the jersey, a little more important than the back. Because Frank Reich is currently the Stanford football coach, and I don't think that was him. So either this is the last dude or whoever. Coach at Stanford on just philosophies in life.
Every day there's going to be hard choice, easy choice. Do I choose the hard way? Do I choose the easy way for that child? Do I wake that child up early? Do we do the workout or not? Do we take the stairs instead of the elevator? Do I make them do math today? Do I take away the device? The answer is always yes. There's never no. And if somebody in your surrounding says, Alex, that's ridiculous. That child needs to sleep in. That child needs to grow. Joe's an idiot. Your answer is, oh, well, why don't I put her to bed earlier if she needs to sleep? You can't put her to bed late and then say, I can't wake her up early. No, put her to bed early. Get her off the devices. I promise you, she'll sleep like a baby if she's taking stairs instead of elevators. And if she's throwing a tantrum in a restaurant because there's no food, then they don't eat. Sorry, you don't eat today then. Eat when you're hungry.
Sounds like some great advice. I saw that yesterday. I go, you know what? Because I told my kid, I don't want it that good. Then you're fine. Go upstairs.
Some quick research. Quick research looks like he has I'm looking at it right now. He has a Stanford wrestling hoodie on. So
I like
maybe
that.
The wrestling
That's
coach there.
perfect. That sounds like a wrestling coach to me. That's got me juiced. Bodie, what does the wrestler Schlegs have to say?
The sky down in Florida is beautiful. I don't know how we don't share the same sky. It's the sky, right? But just the sky in Ohio, dadgummit if it's not gray and dreary all the time. That kind of sucks.
Not right now.
I was going to say, we've had a lot of sun
Beautiful.
recently.
Don't be smirched in Ohio.
That was amazing. We share the same sky. How's it so
Basically
different?
do. You look up there, it's all the same one way or another. What has me juiced today, guys? We hit on it in the opening segment today in history. Guns N' Roses, Sweet Child of Mine. Was it top of the charts?
Yeah, top of the charts.
Well,
I think 88 or 89.
88 it was.
Okay. Good job, Tito. We say you don't listen.
I just know. Look, I just know. If we wouldn't have talked about it, I still would have known 88 because I remember I was 17. That's what I remember. That was far from in between.
Matter how you remember.
She's only 17.
By the way, there's only 17. There's She's Sexy and 17 by the Stray Cats.
Whoa.
Those are some creepy. Looking back, you know.
It's a creepier than the teachers today at school. Who knows?
Anyway,
yes.
You never really need an excuse to play this hit right here, but anytime you have one, it's pretty good.
All right, gang, let's really nail it this time. Here we go. A 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3, 4.
She's got a smile that it seems to me reminds me of childhood memories.
So good.
Where everything was as fresh as a bright blue sky.
Thitoff, is that your car driving around?
You know what?
You're flat.
It's so flat.
Are you rushing?
You don't even look good while you're singing. It's the worst thing I've ever heard. This is $1,200 a week for voice lessons. This is what I get. Okay, I'm going to save it with the solo.
He's looking in the back.
Jesus!
Sweet love of mine.
Oh, it's so good. Adam Scott is so
It
good.
says he's
as the
looking
villain.
at her in the back seat while he's driving the car.
Goes left to center. Oh, I love
Same
that movie
with
so
Solo.
much. Why are you so sweaty? I was watching Cops. Tito, that scene, that movie's got me super juiced. What's got you juiced today?
Stay golden, pony boy.
You heard Bobby say it earlier. He's off on Friday, so Austin Moore will be in here. I want to make sure we get that point across. If you didn't hear it earlier in the show.
Austin Berm.
I didn't call him Austin Berm.
I'm pretty sure you did because I heard it.
I didn't say Austin
and I was
Berm.
like, he said it quickly. Maybe he said Ward, and I just heard it incorrectly. And then you followed it up to say, listen to the Austin Berm podcast. And I was like, yeah, you definitely said Austin Berm.
It's okay.
That's all right.
Austin Berm.
He's on
It's
video.
like one
Everybody
person.
saw who he was.
Look, I'll be honest, Bob.
Maybe you should do that like Schlegs when Don't Digress Me when I would have him all as misspeaks. You start grabbing some of Thitoffs and play them back to him.
You can do it when I'm dead, which who knows. But Bob, though, it's people sometimes will, like in chats or message me on Twitter or whatever. That happens, by the way.
If you want to chat outside you want to converse outside of the
meet
chat.
up virtually, Bob. That's all. What's nothing creepy about that?
Oh yeah,
that's nothing creepy about that, Bob.
Have a seat.
That's all. No, Bob, it wasn't like that. Do you really think we have any 12-year-olds listening to our show?
Listen, I'm not here to judge or say anything.
The new ratings book should be out next week for
12 plus.
August, so
there
we'll
we go.
check out the 12
plus. And by the way,
among
Bob,
other things,
you're slipping because you mentioned that you were at the high school at 8. You didn't think you'd be at high school at 8:30, 8:45 last night. Nobody would say something like Tito's there every night, 8:30, 8:45, regardless of what kids are doing. But
the best part is when my son didn't have to swim for the Black Bears, didn't have to go get him at 8:45 anymore.
Oh, he's not swimming for the Black Bears?
Or Brown Bears.
Brown Bears,
He's made as you get better, the time slots get better as you get older.
Nice.
So
That's
when he was
great.
young, he had the 9 o'clock pickup. My wife and I used to sit there in the middle of January, and it's like 8:50.
That's what.
Who wants to go get him? Now it's not bad because it's warm, but going out to a freezing cold car at 9 o'clock, not a great thing.
Yeah, Charlotte had field hockey last night that got done right there at the high school. It got done at like 7:10, and then she had to swim from 8 to 9, and that's why I
go jump in the pool.
Yes, so make sure I saw your mom last night. Make sure she knows that's why I was there, not.
Just driving around the parking lot?
Just going around the parking lot.
He said he was picking up his daughter. She didn't say she actually saw Charlotte.
That's fair. That's fair. But anyway, yeah, so you're right.
Talking to some random groups of kids.
Hey, kids, I'm at that happens. Bob, it's you're right. This way, I didn't think about that. You're right. The better they get, the worse it is for the
parents. When he made the Black Bears, like, thank goodness. He's done at 7:30, not 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
Good job, son.
Yes, right. That's extra affection for you this week from your parents. That sounded bad also. But nonetheless, all the juicers, thanks for tuning in. We appreciate that. What's got me juiced is the fact that we guys are here 200 strong every single day, and we love that. And great show today. Austin joined us, and again, he'll be with us on Friday if you haven't heard that yet. That's also happening. Bodie, Bobby, thanks. We're back tomorrow, folks. Morning Juice.
Hey, Columbus. It's Lorenzo Stiles Jr., Ohio State student-athlete. Football runs deep in my family. My dad played here, and now my brother and I are proud to carry on that tradition. At Monogram Homes, family matters too. They treat every homeowner like one of their own, building with care, precision, and pride. Monogram doesn't just build houses, they build homes, crafted just for you. So whether you're starting your first home or designing your dream space, Monogram Homes has got your back every step of the way. Visit monogramhomes.net to start building today. Monogram Homes, a builder you can trust.
Hey Max, you look absolutely dashing in that purple tie. Ready to harness the world?
You bet, Daisy. I'm ready as I'll ever be. And might I say, your purple tie really pops with your vest.
Thanks. I almost went with a cape, but didn't want to come across as pretentious.
Nonsense. Anyone in our line of work should rock a cape.
You might be onto something, Max.
Phew, so here we go. First day on the job. We've got this, right?
Right. Don't forget, we both graduated from Dogs Inc. with honors.
Which means I can guide my human around a busy city with ease.
And I can give my human a restful night.
I hope my human is kind and loving.
And I hope mine likes wet kisses and zoomies.
Ready to make a difference?
Born ready. Let's go.
Discover how extraordinary dogs like Daisy and Max change lives at no cost to the recipients. Visit dogsinc.org.
It's been a real journey since 2014 when I first had my injury. I realized that my home was just not working for me and that it was time to ask for help. Homes for Our Troops is really giving me my life back. The shower allows me to go in and turn around with my chair, pull down storage racks, automated door systems, hours of my morning given back to me. Adaptive sports are a huge part of my life, a huge part of my healing journey as well. Homes for Our Troops helped with making sure that I had a home gym so that I can continue to train. This past year, I was able to host Thanksgiving in my home. And it was the first time I was able to have my whole family in one place and I was able to contribute to the meal. There are a lot more veterans in need and Homes for Our Troops is going to be there to help them too.
Homes for Our Troops builds and donates specially adapted custom homes nationwide for severely injured post 9/11 veterans and enables them to rebuild their lives. Join our mission at hfotusa.org.
You wanted to be cool, which led you to smoking, which led to a pack a day.
Then you met that special someone, which led to starting a life with them, which led to wanting to live longer, which led to quitting. Then you heard you may be at risk for lung cancer, which led you to getting a low-dose CT scan. If you smoked, get scanned. Talk to your doctor and learn more at savedbythescan.org. Brought to you by the